Now look out. Owen could be gone. Owen, he's in. He scores!
That last pass is from the net.
Another pass across Titan with a shot on the net, and he scores!
This is it. Dolphins, stop my toss. Net under the second zone. Dolphins scores. He scores.
Now it's a breakaway pass. Buzz Flippin. Look out, he's got an open net. Oh no, Buzz Flippin.
Off the stick. How did Katie save that? On Damocles scores.
Go for it.
Good evening and welcome to the Puck Hockey League Network as PHL Season 3 continues with the Pro Division as the Vincennes Vickers take on the Southampton Seagulls. And we are here just right in time to bring it to you. I am Winners with the One. I'm here with Fly. I'm here with Alley Cat. And somehow we've brought together a production team to make this thing happen. So how are you guys feeling?
It's a scratch crew for sure, but I am feeling fantastic for this one. It's kind of a tale of two seasons so far between Southampton and Vincennes. Southampton occupying the top of the tables, and Vincennes kind of just trying to get their season back on track after a slow start with a new pickup in net with Grizz making his D1 debut this season.
Oh. So we get a look at a new keeper tonight. And I think the Seagulls are the only team I haven't covered a game of yet in PHL Season 3 here in the Pro Division. So it'll be fun for me to see what kind of firepower they are bringing tonight. And, of course, the Vickers, a very strong team. And players whose names I recognize from long ago. And now they're here in Puck, the hot new game from Latvia that's sweeping the nation and all the nations. So thank you for being here with us tonight. As a miracle of miracles, we've got a game about to happen.
I'm going to give the players the go-ahead, and we should be close to good to go. You mentioned you haven't seen Southampton play. I've had the pleasure of announcing them once this season, and they're a guy to watch. You're going to be impressed with Bagel. He completely dominates the neutral zone in every game he's in. And him and Demi especially kind of control that. And that is the primary reason for almost all of their victories so far this season. And there have been many.
Well, I see they also have Doug, the unforgettable Doug from the old hockey days.
Oh, yeah.
HQM.
Yeah,
so solid team on paper, man.
Couple old heads, few new heads. Smasher and Jack look like they're both going to be starting for Vincennes. And the majority of Southampton, Puck exclusives, Michkov, Bagel, and Demi with Crowbar in net. I think this is a season debut for Crowbar as well. Of course, if you're not familiar with Crowbar, get with the program, please. Former two-time champion.
Wow.
And he is my favorite goalie of all time. So I'm going to be a little bit biased on the calls, but we'll work through it.
That's high praise. Anyway, they're asking for a little bit of extra time. I'm not sure what's happening here. It's always something with any sort of organized esports, man. So
tech pauses and, security council briefings, whatever.
Fighting about ping.
Oh, God. Half of this league, the worst part about being a captain in this league is fighting about ping. It is a constant battle, especially, no offense to Jack, but you got a reputation, buddy. And it is for fighting over every single server we played in Season 1. Even our team. I was on the same team as him, and we were trying to convince him to play. So... yeah,
well, we started out on server 1 and now we're on server 8, the Ocho. So,
yeah, we're
hopefully we'll stay with it.
I'm hoping we'll stay here. I'm looking.
Oh.
No one's over 50 ping. We got room for Demi in here as well. Ooh. I guess I should give a little bit of a mention to some of the stats of these teams really quick. Honestly,
please, yeah.
Yeah, Southampton, 4 games into the season with their Tuesday match being rescheduled to next Monday. Little less goals than you might think. They only have 7 goals in 4 games, but they only have 5 goals against, mostly off the back of phenomenal play from St. Walls. So the bar is high for Crowbar to try and match that and keep that goals against average to an absolute minimum, and apparently in the double digits for, or below single digits, I should say, since we're going that direction, from Walls. Vincennes, it's a bit of a different story. They got more goals for with 9, but 18 goals against. They just haven't really been able to keep the puck out of the net, and that is the entire point of bringing in Grizz. He's a goalkeeper with a incredible skill ceiling and kind of felt a little bit snubbed by not being in D1 from the get-go, but it only took a couple of weeks for him to get in here, and he is looking to make an immediate impact with the Vix. Where is Demi?
Says he's here.
Oh, he is here. Who are they missing? Michkov. Michkov is not here. Michkov, you gotta get in here before I run out of stuff to talk about, man.
Well, there's been delays in all the games tonight, and it's kind of thrown the schedule off for everybody, and it's caused some difficulty not only with the scheduling, but with trying to get people on to cover these games. They are voting to begin, so hopefully that's the prelude to the game actually happening tonight. The Vickers versus the Seagulls coming up next. Fingers crossed.
The votes are coming in. The Seagulls are going to be wearing their blue jerseys. The Vickers will be in the reds for tonight. Some lovely jerseys, if I can kind of toot my own horn for a bit. But we're looking... I don't know. I'm interested. If I had to guess, this is probably going to be a low-scoring affair. But we are going to get going here in Game 1.
The opening face-off occurs, and we are underway. It's a real hockey game. There is Jack to begin play, gets it to Smasher. We're going to be calling his name a lot tonight. And a shot save as this goes into the corner. And it's Demi who's going to clear this out, and he's got Mitch in front. He's lost on a breakaway. Shot save. Got in close, able to make the stop. And now Bagel going in close himself. And again, that one does not go, but they are swarming in front. And now played into the corner. Here is Demi. Puck taken away by Dickie Pecker. So he will dish it to Smasher. Bagel there to intercept it. And back to Demi. He's looking at a 2-on-1 there for a moment. And the shot is knocked down with a high stick. So now at the blue line, this one will go back into the corner. As a pretty spirited battle so far, no score yet, Fly.
We're seeing early on Smasher attempting to stretch the Southampton Seagulls across the ice, kind of with that north-south play. Usually a position taken by Jack, but Jack playing defense for this game, position he typically isn't accustomed to. We'll have to see how that affects Vincennes' beautiful pass inside. Shot by Doug.
Shot.
Big save.
Big stop. And so good work by the goalies here early on. The 3-1 the shots, but 0-0, still the score. Maybe not for long. As this one cleared away, and they will chase it down. And behind the zone, here is Jack to begin play with this puck. And he's got people in front, but Demi on the steal, he will spin and face the opposite direction, and now dumping it in. They will pursue the attack from there. It is, it's Flohei Otani, isn't he? Okay, Smasher with the puck. And wheeling and dealing across the blue line. It is stolen. Mitch is on the break. Sends it across to Bagel. He's got room. He will fire and swatted away by Griswold. And he didn't have much.
Little bit awkward there from Grizz. He kind of dashed all the way out, and
Yeah.
I'm a little bit
big
concerned. A little bit concerned with Vincennes on the back end so far. They haven't given up huge opportunities, but they're starting to creep very deep into their own zone. Could leave a chance for Southampton to activate Demi off the back end. Shot comes and just misses.
Here is Bagel with it. He will get it to Demi, and he marches back towards the blue line to give his team room to reset, and reset they will. As this one is pushed further down, it will be taken away, sent around the boards to Jack, who is looking for Smasher. He's got him open, but a big defensive stop there, as he's able to turn around and get a stick on this and divert it from its intended passer. So with a minute left, a lot of action, but still no one's seed has found any purchase so far in this game. Maybe it turns here. Here's Demi. So he sends one in front. That is diverted. And Griswold up against the post, watching this one go by. As they are keeping it in at the point. Here is Mitch. He gets past 1, 2, and runs out of room, but he does get it shot at the side of the net. But nothing doing there. 30 seconds remain. As across. Oh, here's a nice one. Jack. Oh! Another big stop. Or I assume it was. My game lagged right there and at that point. I don't know. It tends to do that sometimes. We're going to go into the second with the score remaining 0-0, but it seems like any minute something could happen there, and it almost did.
Yeah, Demi almost beat the clock there with that final shot. Very close save, and that's up to 5 shots for Southampton. They are looking strong tonight, and I really like the rigidity of their offense. They never commit 3 people below the top of the circles. They rely on Michkov and Bagel to be confident with the puck and really activate each other and the defensemen when they can, but they never overcommit. It's so difficult to get counterattacks going when that's the case.
Demi shoots it wide. Smasher now with it, and he will look for Flohei Otani there. It's going into the corner. And now into the neutral zone goes Bagel with it. And he does not emerge with it. Yes, he does. He gathers it back in, and he's got a chance. But again, this one stopped. The defensive efforts on both sides have been pretty good. That's a big story so far in this game.
Yeah, both teams looking very strong on the back end. Kind of to be expected with Austin and Doug going at it in that department, along with Demi and Jack. They almost, Southampton almost got caught on a counterattack for the first time in this game, and it was really because there's just a lack of reaction from the defensemen on Southampton there. Demi coming in with the shot over the net, and they'll continue to gain some momentum. Will the Seagulls?
Yes, Dickey Pecker now from the neutral zone. Now to Jack. As this one is dislodged. Mitch with it. He'll draw to the opposite hand and shot. Big save, Griswold. So now Bagel with it. We'll wheel and deal try again here. As he flings one towards the net. And that is picked up. Oh, and shoveled in front. So close. But now Flohei Otani going the other way. And he's got a couple of guys with him. Possible chance here as Jack. That one's stolen. Bagel going the other direction. And shielding the puck. He will try to send it in front. Too many sticks intervening. And that one will not go. And so they will take their time in trying to set up something here. 2.5 minutes left in the second period. And again, no score between these teams. I mean, we got kind of spoiled there. The last few games I've watched has been just crazy scoring and just hella goals. And still time for that. But, oh, another one turned aside by Griswold. And again, he gets the big paw on it. Now here's Smasher to try to take it and do something with it. But, yeah, pretty interesting game so far, Fly. I'm glad we made it to a game and that the game is interesting.
I'm kind of happy. On one hand, I'm happy that my prediction that this would be a low-scoring series is kind of coming true. On the other hand, a little disappointed that we're not seeing some goals here. Maybe Smasher can change that, though. He's kind of, unfortunately for Vincennes, he seems like the only person that can get any service into the offensive zone, whereas Southampton is just a four-headed hydra running at you, shots coming evenly from all four players.
Yeah, Smasher, he's definitely working, and there's a shot and save as that one goes off the framework. And now to a minute left. And we'll try to reverse things here. It is Bagel with the puck. And he gets past 1-2, the shot, the save. And Grizz has been really good. Here is Demi as he will look to pierce the armor in any way he can. He's going to walk this back in order to get everybody in position. But it is Flohei Otani's puck to shoot, and it goes wide. Now Smasher. And with 30 seconds left. He's got room and sends it in front. Does not go. So Jack now in the corner. And Demi with a little bit of open ice. He gets around one. And he's just going to go ahead and fling this one towards the net. It does not go. But so at the neutral zone, this period is going to end. And we will go to the third period, which, as you know, Fly, is the most important period of the hockey game.
Especially now, since we haven't seen a goal. That was a much better period from Vincennes. They had 2 pucks off the post, and that pass on the second occasion from Smasher through 3 Seagulls, past crowbar, back door to Flohei Otani. They really deserved a goal there. It's a shame they didn't find one. Both teams feel like there's cracks in the dam a little bit, like it's just about to flood through, but we haven't seen either dam break just yet.
Yeah, something's got to give eventually. Tell me again what the overtime rules are like. Do we just play until somebody scores, or do you do one period and then if nobody scores, that's a 1 point? Is that how it works?
Somebody needs to win. The dark truth about this puck game is it doesn't necessarily have to end at any point. Big save from Grizz and great rebound control there as well. But no, we play until we have a winner for both games if necessary.
Okay, so it's a golden goal kind of thing. Okay, that's good to know. So we could conceivably be here quite a while.
Buddy, you should have seen season 1.
Oh,
There were
yeah?
games lasting an hour and a half. It was unbelievable.
Well, we promised everybody more esports, and they may get it. That may be a monkey's paw kind of wish. So here is Smasher to begin play, as he will send it to Jack. And he's got a lot of room to fire it in, but defensively that is stopped again. Dickey Pecker will circle and hit Flohe Otani with it, who will dump it in, and they will chase it from there as it goes behind Crowbar, who hasn't seen as much action tonight on his end. But yeah, the time's drawing near for both these teams to try to break this game wide open. Another big stop by Crowbar. Just as I said that, he makes a big save.
The rebound control from both goalies as well is something I want to touch on because it is absolutely awesome to see both of these goalies and how they deal with both long shots and any pucks that kind of get stuck in their pads. We saw Grizz with a nice double save almost where that puck popped up and he was able to bat it away. And just there with Crowbar clearing out any pucks near him and importantly, putting those pucks to space to buy his team time to get back in formation on defense.
Oh, okay. That's very insightful because that's the big deficit of playing goal in this game is that you can't just. I mean, when I played goal, I loved that you could just swallow the puck, right, and you could just stop play if things got too crazy. But there's no way to do that in this one. No, there's no whistle that's going to save you. The puck stays live, and so you have a responsibility for it all the way through the play. And already we've seen in this season a couple of guys get snake bit by that, and just you don't know where the puck is, and it's right there underneath you, too close to really see from a first person perspective. So it may come down to something like that. Here's Bagel, shot, big stop, and wow, something's got to give, and I don't know if either of these guys want to be the ones to give it here. Here's Jack, beautiful stop, and just wild all around. Now in front. Oh,
Huge saves at both ends. One from Grizz that looked like it was going 5-hole, and two from Crowbar, both of which he was able to deal with the help of his defense on the second shot. Phenomenal job by both goalies. That one tipped on net, but wide. As Southampton will try one final time, 40 seconds left in this third period to try and get a full 3 points.
yeah. One thing defensively that we see, there it is, Demi with the shot and score.
All right, fair enough. I gonna be honest, I looked down at my phone for half a second to check the stats, and it just went in. That's a little bit of a great pass, little bit of an unfortunate bounce for Flohe. It goes right to Demi, and he slots it in with 30 seconds left to go.
Is that going to be all it takes to win this game? We'll see, because we have 23 seconds now, and they'll have to get it out of the neutral zone and into the zone. Griswold clears it out. Oops! It
my
hit the wide
goodness.
open net, and he almost paid for that. And we almost went to overtime for sure. But it looks like this one is going to be put in stone, a 1-0 game as the Seagulls with a big win.
Seagulls with a huge win for them. And with that win, they will move into sole possession. Still waiting on the results from the other matches tonight. But for the moment, they will move in.
that we're bringing to you tonight.
And the big thing that I think makes Southampton successful, and I touched on it plenty in game one, but the structure for a team in the third or the second week of the season still, the structure this team has is phenomenal. They play so set in stone. They don't deviate. They don't really take risks because they're so sure that their goaltending and their defense is good enough and their system is so good that it doesn't matter what the other team does. And in that game, it really didn't. You know, we saw different looks from Smasher and Flohe. They probably deserved a goal at some point, but the system was good enough that it was able to hold until the offense could find a hole in Vincennes.
Yeah, good stuff. And we're seeing, I like this setup where I'm getting used to it. They call them sets. You play 2 games each team, and that works out pretty well. But it also means that you're playing 2 games in a row in the same team. Sometimes the first game is just kind of a warm up. People get settled and get in their mode, and they're a little bit more ready to come out and challenge. And so we might see a few more goals in this one. I don't know if I would go out on a limb and predict that or anything, but I do think that things will get a little more frisky here in this second game of the set.
We certainly saw more chances as that game went on, especially from Vincennes. They were able to kind of start to break down Southampton a little bit. For the most part, that structure still held. But the issue is when you have Smasher on the other side, there's only so much that you can plan for before he just hits the brakes and sends 4 guys steamrolling into the end zone boards. So
Yeah, he's pretty good, I have to say.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he can kind of kickstart his team's offense a little bit more in the second game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what we're waiting for to make this second game happen. Maybe somebody's taking a bio break or something like that. It's a real esports kind of night here, Flya, and I mean that in the pejorative sense. I mean, there's just been some unnecessary surliness, if I do say so myself. Just I don't know. But now that we're settling down and showing the game and playing the game, hopefully we'll ease into it a little more here in this second game, assuming that it does take place.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, here's
I'm
Griswold. Maybe that's what they were waiting on. It is
Yeah.
what they were. Video game, that's always your big issue. People disconnect and reconnect and have
Speaking
issues
of,
connecting.
I just got booted, I think. I don't know what just happened to me. Discord decided that I was not of this earth for a second, but I'm back. Hopefully you guys can hear me.
We can, yes, sir.
We had someone asking in the chat, the way that the regular season works in the PHL is we play 2 games back to back, kind of ease on the schedule a little bit for these teams, allows these games to be done in a mostly timely manner as we get started in game number 2.
Yes, and we get started with some action. And now a rolling puck will settle down into the stick of Jack. And he will start things from center ice as he sends it into the zone. Flohe Otani will pick it up, circle around, and look for somebody, but it is Bagel who is loose on the steal. As he drops it to Mitch, back to Bagel, and cleared aside by Griswold. So now Mitch circling again with the puck, and he's got room in the slot. He will fire it, and it looked like it hit something in between here and there. So now Flohei Otani will put this in the other direction. Dickey Pecker will follow it into the corner. And this is a battle around. This is going to go all the way back to Griswold, who will stay at home and just leave it as they start up again. Dickey Pecker. He's got Smasher in front and help, but this one again, a high stick takes care of it. Flohei Otani fires, save, and they will reload again as this one is cleared into the corner. It is Griswold who will get it to Dickey Pecker, and it's nobody's really. Oh, another shot and save. I think that was a save. It was kind of hard to tell from the angle I was looking at, but yeah, here is Smasher working his way through a couple of guys. We'll send it to the opposite side of the far side, I should say. Here's Demi to just get it out of their zone, but only momentarily. Smasher whirling with room and a big stop. Wow.
Crowbar gives himself a little round of applause, and damn, did he earn it for that save. You get it, man. I said I'd be biased. I don't even think it's bias anymore. He's just that damn good. Making all sorts of save in these first 4 periods.
Yeah, he's showing it to the world. You weren't lying. Right here on national television in front of millions. Here on the Puck Hockey League Network. Yes, a shout out to the millions in the chat. Shot, save, rebound,
Whoa!
save.
Tony, I don't think that second one was saved. I don't know. I don't think it was saved. It might have been.
It was pretty close.
Like
yeah, this one was.
Oh no.
So that's what we call the rub of the post.
Yeah. Tony's having a little bit of a rough night, unfortunately. He just can't seem to find the back of the net. It's an aura save from Crowbar.
Aura save. I love that. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm loving how Vincennes has played in this first period. They've looked much better than in game 1. I would like to see a little bit more activation from the defenseman, though. Try and switch up. Send Tony Flo back. Switch him with a D-man. Maybe you can get a little bit of a wrong read from the defenseman of Southampton. Something like that. Throw something new at these guys that they haven't seen and see if you can't get a break for maybe Jack or Smasher.
Yeah, mount some kind of a counterattack. And time running out to do that here in the first period. 43 seconds remaining with no score still in this second game. SCA won the first game. And so we're waiting to see how this one turns out. And there's been, 3 shots to 2 I'm seeing on the big board here. So there's another one. As this one is turned aside. Here is Dickey Pecker, who will throw it back in. They're setting up in the slot. Nothing doing. It is Bagel who goes the other way with it. As again, they're sending a guy in front. They've always got a guy in front, but defensively, everybody's wise to that. So they're able to keep a lid on some of these breakout kind of plays like you're talking about. So maybe it is time to switch it up a little bit and show them a different look.
Yeah, all you got to do if you're Vincennes, throw Tony Flo up the ice and then have him loop all the way back down. He's either going to be wide open for a pass or he's going to be covered, in which case, just keep sending him back. Have him switch with Jack, move Jack up, and then Jack is going to be open. You're going to find some looks that way, hopefully. If you don't, then holy Christ, Southampton might be the defensive kings of the world at that point. But you got to try something a little bit new, something unexpected, because Southampton's structure is too good for the ordinary to succeed.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right, Fly. They have all the tools to do it. Of course, those who watched HQM remember Tony Flo. Oh, big stop there is one of the, if not the best passer in hockey, question mark. And so he's definitely capable of some wizardry with the puck, the soft hands that you like to see. And so there's a few guys on there that are especially skilled. And so, yeah, just toss them in a different direction, perhaps. But, I'm no coach. Here is Mitch as they will play catch back and forth for a little bit here. They try to get a possession that they can maintain a little bit. Doug will send it in from the point, and it is blocked a couple of times on the way in. And so now they will send it from the far side to the near side and back from the near side to the far side. And Flohei Otani, Tony Flo, will take the puck and try to move it ahead to Smasher. And again, they are marking them very close defensively, so they're not really able to get a lot of room to operate here. It's
Oh, yeah.
just very strong defensive work from both of these teams.
Yeah, Doug has drawn the assignment of Smasher tonight, and he's done a very good job keeping the distance close and not falling for a lot of the fakes and little stop-start maneuvers that Smasher loves to throw out. And it's kind of gotten better as the game has gone on for Doug on the back end.
Yeah, that's something I don't usually see. I see Smasher do that. He'll just come to a dead stop and just kind of wait for everybody to assume their position, and also to kind of, I guess, throw off the people that are trying to get at him. So, but yeah, something different right there. And here is Jack, and he is at the face-off circle, and he's just trying to get it out of his zone right now, and they do to Smasher, as he will send it towards the net. Flohei Otani, big stop there, and cleared away. So Jack will have to go back and retrieve this puck, and time continues to elapse from the clock, as now Flohei Otani to Smasher, and he shoots it high and a little bit wide.
Not really a threatening shot at all, was it?
Well, not what he was hoping to get on it for sure. But here is Tony Flo. That comes into contact with the stick on the way in, and so it is redirected. So now Jack will try to play out to Smasher. Now they gotta get it out of their zone, but Bagel tries to sneak one through at close range, not able to do so. They will try to keep the pressure on, as Doug will have to go back to the point. Flohei Otani is going to come away with this puck, at least briefly. And so now, from their own zone, here is Doug. He'll just fire it at Griswold. Why not? As he takes it again, sends it in again, and that just travels over the net completely. But it does keep the puck down deep. So now, played one way then another, from the point, at the face-off circle. Chance, nope, it is blocked. Again, three guys converge on him. A very good defense. 20 seconds left. Still no score. Is this going to be another one of those where we come down to a dramatic goal at or near the end of the game? It could very well be. 10 seconds remain here. There's time for one more. There it goes. And there it goes. So we will remain at 0-0 as we go to the third period, which could be important.
Yeah, not a whole lot of shots for either team. Vincennes with a slight edge in shots, but I will give some more quality chances. A little bit of a shout out to Southampton in the O-zone. I am noticing though that Southampton seems to be obsessed with trying to work the puck below the goal line and then trying to get it out front with wraps that aren't really finding any success.
Oh,
my
chance
God,
here.
what a save. What a
Man, oh,
save
man.
from Grizz.
Yes. Yes, both goalies tremendous. You know, we've talked about the defense, but again, we have to talk about the goalies because they have been up to the task when called upon to do so. But now we will see where it goes. Bagel will send it around to Doug, and he's got a little bit of room to operate. Tries to send it across, gets it back, gets it again, and Dickie Pecker is the carrier who comes away with the puck as he'll try to send it into the slot. And another defensive stop is going to send this puck in the other direction. Here comes Doug. At center ice, he fires. And again, they will dump and chase. As he goes back, picks it up at the point. But his smasher is going to try to carve his way through. He's got a couple of guys to beat. Shot, save!
Robert, like, he saves his dash. He dashes left initially there and is able to get movement back to the right in a time that really shouldn't have been possible. Usually, if you try and slide back, it'll just cancel the slide. Little bit of caution now. Doug coming in. Stopped by Jack. A good save from the typical attacking player on Vincennes there.
Yeah, just insane stick work. I mean, these guys are just knocking everything down that comes across their path. And so it's a low scoring game, but it's if you like defense and the game is a lot about defense, then we're seeing a good performance of D from both of these teams tonight. But now here comes Smasher. And again, he'll try to work his way through a couple of players. It will be Doug who gets the better of that tilt. He will have room to shoot and save Griswold again as he pushes one into the corner. And so now Jack, he's got in front. The initial shot stopped. The follow-up shot going wide. But yeah, good attack there.
I mean, Tony Flo had the attitude of a guy trying to steal home there. You're just trying to truck the guy with the ball at home plate. In that case, the catcher was Crowbar, and he ate it and was able to weather it. That was a little bit insane. But luckily for Southampton, and luckily probably for the Gint committee, that puck stays out. We don't have any drama on that end.
We've already got enough drama tonight. Yeah, we don't need to bring the committee into all this, hopefully. But now on the steal, Demi, as he tries to work his way through traffic, we're down to 1:25 left in regulation time and a scoreless game once again. So now's the time, if you got time, I find that usually things, if they go into overtime, it's either over with quickly or it's one of those hour-long affairs like you were talking about before, or maybe longer than an hour.
Don't be saying that. Don't be saying that.
I'm reverse caster cursing.
I got a wood desk. I got a wind desk. We're all good. Knock on wood. We're not going to be here all night. I swear to God. We will find a goal, even if it has to be Jack scoring on his own net. I'm not going to knock on wood for that because that would be so funny to see.
But we are in the waning moments of that regulation time, and so if something's going to happen, we should probably see it any time now. Anytime, here we go. As now, here is Smasher, and a couple of guys get in between that one and clear it out. Here's Demi, who takes this 10 seconds, and they're just going to try to get some sort of shot on net. But just too many sticks in the way. Finally a save as they get a shot on. But that's going to do it. We are going to overtime.
Overtime. Presented by the Renport, probably. I don't know. I just made that up on the spot. We're going to say it is. Vincennes and Southampton battling for partial points in game 2. Southampton already took game 1 with a 1-0 scoreline, and this one will see the exact same scoreline, but in extra frames. Michkov across, and they're just having trouble landing the catches on some of these passes, that being Southampton. They got the plays set up. They got, everything's kind of ready to go, put on paper. But when it comes down to execution, it's just a little bit off right now.
Yeah, there are many factors at play, I think, Fly. And, but again, here's a chance and a save. My goodness, Griswold. Another big stop. And so, because it hurts worse to lose an overtime game, I think. There's more pride on the line, especially as a goaltender. You don't want to, you feel like you let people down if you're the guy that gets scored on. But here is Doug. And now this one's just floating at the blue line. And still in contention. Here is Smasher. And again, he'll go up route 1 in between 2 guys. And they will dump it in. That gives Bagel a chance to return serve as he takes this through the neutral zone and sends it into the opposite zone for Mitch to pick it up. But nobody waiting at the point. It's going to be Smasher. Nice move to get around the boards. And he will begin from the back here. But no, it is Mitch who will take this puck. And he's got Demi. He's waiting for a place to put it on his blade. But it is Smasher awaiting this puck as it eludes him and is sent into space. As Bagel will be the one to come away with it. And he's got a little chance here. Shot save! Again.
No elevation on that shot. And double commit here from Southampton. Almost opened up space for Tony Flo. Now a pass to the middle. Saved by Crowbar. Pad stops in synchronization. Near enough from both goaltenders. Once again, it's whatever you can do, I can do better. For these 2 goaltenders, they are putting on a show. Demi looking to put the final axe and couldn't even get a shot off.
Yeah, he got his pocket picked. So now Bagel will dump it down. Is Dicky Pecker, who will try to clear this out of his zone, which he does. He's got Jack there with him. And they will try to send it to Floe Otani. But an alert defense is there to make sure that that does not happen. The connection is not made. Here comes Smasher yet again as he will slice his way through the D and the puck gets knocked away. So we're nearing the end of the first overtime. And I say the first with the assumption that there might be more. But I don't know whether I'm cursing it or reverse cursing it, man.
It's going to be a long night. Bagel, he's he just gets charged down by Tony Flo. No regard for any kind of play there. Tony Flo just wants to get it away from the leading scorer of the Southampton Seagulls, and for good reason. Bagel, he's kind of, he's not really a wild card. He's actually about as consistent as you can get in puck. But he has moments where he just takes over. Demi looking to do just
shot save! Center rebound score! There you have it. It's Mitch. The 22-mile-an-hour shot fly.
Incredible. Demi carving through all 4 members. Michkov with a bat about 2 feet off the ice. That's what it takes to beat Grizz. Vincennes is going to be happy at least with their goaltending. Maybe not so happy with the lack of goals in front of them.
Well,
But
10 shots
double
for each of
shots.
these teams. And again, it was that aerial stick work that we saw so effective on defense all night. They were just knocking everything down on each side. But the same principle applies, and Mitch uses it to win the game. And wow, put them in stone. We saw some good ones tonight. They weren't high scoring, but they were high intensity, Fly.
Oh, yeah. A lot of opportunities, a lot of chances. Southampton walks away with 5 points. Vincennes will walk away with a solitary 1 that will certainly see them retain their spot at the top and bottom of the standings, respectively. Still waiting on the other matches from this evening. But I think that's about it for us, honestly, Winters.
Yeah, we did it. We did it. We got this
We got
game in the
out of it.
books.
We got out of it. Got in there and we got out.
We thank you for putting up with us tonight, everybody. I'm Winners with the One. You can follow all my social stuff, and I encourage you to please do so. I'm at Winners TV on Twitch TV. I'm on the road to 500 followers. I feel like we can get it this year. Twitch's least favorite partner. And if you're on the PHL Discord, you can look in my bio, and all my link tree with all my other social stuff in it is there as well. And don't forget to follow this channel, the Puck Hockey League Network, because we're going to be bringing you some kind of hockey in some way. We've proven it can be done despite the odds. And so it feels like a win to me, Fly. And Allie, it feels like a win just all around for all of us here.
Can I like he could just we could plug our own stuff this whole time? Bro, I would be asking, hey, everyone in chat, give me $5. Please. That'd be awesome. Just straight up. I'm not really going to give you anything, but like, it'd be nice to have the cash.
Well, you got to be subtle about it, man. Because see, if they go to Winners TV, there's a donation button. And so, you hope that that's
and with that,
discovery,
we are
right?
ready to end the stream tonight, folks. Thank you for joining us at the Puck Hockey League Network. I have been your TD Alley Cat. This has been my commentators, Winters, my apologies, and Fly. Have a great night.